This is the Misguided Meeples podcast.
He's very good at pleading the fifth.
Everyone's got to have a specialty.
Exactly. Not really great for a lawyer, but, surprisingly, he makes it work.
With your hosts, Eric.
How do you like bats, Natty?
So at that point,
Cold-skinned cabana boys.
I don't know what the black lobster, what the black
Then there's something wrong with you. You're certainly not very good.
And Natty.
Apparently was very acrobatically sound. Put it in prisoner-visitor bums. It'd be a lot easier. Oh, I thought people kept chickens because they wanted eggs and kind of hated themselves. Hey, everyone, and welcome. I am Natty.
And I'm Eric.
And this is the Misguided Meeples podcast, having conversations about the most bizarre news of the week. We are carried on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, and YouTube. And we would greatly appreciate a subscribe, a like, or a review if you like the podcast. But only nice ones.
No mean ones.
None.
I will not tolerate that. I didn't write a starting one for that one this week.
Damn.
I'm behind the 8 ball here this week. Not doing so good.
And to follow that up, we have no show news.
No show news.
Yes.
I'm a little rough for wear this week. This might be a rough show. More than usual.
Buckle in.
Buckle in. It's been a heck of a last couple weekends. Just Halloween parties like crazy. But we have Halloween themed news stories this week, which I'm excited to dive into.
Mostly.
But yeah. So if I sound like shit, that's why. Let's just dive right into it. Last episode 8, well, this episode is episode 10. Episode 8, we had a ghost meth dealer.
Yes.
Now.
Best kind of ghost.
Best kind of who's dealing out axe head injuries. So that part of it's not great, but
That's just part of the meth game, man. You just gotta play it.
So this week we have woman who claims to have sex with 20 ghosts, now engaged to one. This one is quite interesting.
Yeah.
So a spirited fling with an Australian ghost has ended up in true love for an English woman. And in fact, the ghost just proposed. How does she know that the ghost is Australian? How does a ghost propose?
Yeah, and I will note, there are no pictures of a ring anywhere in this article.
I know. Fucking cheap ghost.
That's a cheap-ass ghost, right?
I got you a ghost ring. What if I could pull that with Katie? I got you this ghost ring.
Yeah, that sounds legit. Yeah.
Oh, this woman's name's great. Amethyst Realm.
We're not making that up.
That's literally her name. 30 years old, of Bristol, England, says she has had sex with at least 20 ghosts since she was a teenager, and now is not looking for a new relationship. Oh.
How does one go looking for a relationship for a ghost?
I don't know. How do you not look for a relationship with a ghost? But apparently, she was not looking for a new relationship with the ghost or with anyone when she went to Australia on a business trip. But, however, a gentleman ghost caught her fancy. And
let's just say it's a gentleman.
I have no idea. This story is so confusing. So, how do you have a sex with a ghost at all?
Well, I don't know. She keeps saying things along the lines of felt sparks or a warm sensation.
She's like one of those ghost hunter people. It's just like, I feel sparks. The ghost touched me.
Well, that or she's incontinent. I mean, it's one of the two.
Possibly. Although, it seems to me that there's some kind of something mental going on here.
One would think, because there are people throughout history who say, oh, I've seen ghosts and talked to ghosts, dating way back. I don't remember any occasion in which they talked about their sexual endeavors with the spirit world?
No, I can't. Maybe I'm too young for it. I don't know. Maybe there have been. I just haven't looked that far into history, but this seems awfully novel to me.
Well, shame on you.
Shame on me, indeed. So basically, quote from her here: "I couldn't believe it. I was so happy and excited, so excited that we had to do something about it. So we headed to the Plain Loo, and well, I'm now a member of the Mile High Club."
That must be
so. She basically, when she was going to Australia, she felt the presence of her lover on the plane, and basically that was her quote from that. So this woman, what? She.
That must be a weird thing to walk in on.
I hope no one walked in on that.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be some woman bent over something, and that's it.
Maybe. I don't know how she does it with the ghosts.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the acrobatics of that work out. See, I said it that time.
I acrobatically sound. It was pretty acrobatically sound, if you ask me.
Just keep showing me up. That's fine.
Acrobatically sound.
So this was 9 months ago.
Was very acrobatically sound.
Oh my god. You have that on hand?
As soon as you said it, I was like, oh yeah, I have it right here.
Fantastic.
It's beautiful.
Well, apparently this is going so far as obviously he proposed, etc. We're, dubious about that.
With the ghost ring.
Yes.
The ghost ring.
But
invisible ring.
She's going to have a ghost baby.
Yeah, this one's kind of weird. So ghosts are people that are dead.
Yes.
Right? So how does she give birth to a ghost baby?
I mean, is it going to be like a normal kid, but you can only see it in certain lights? Or like, how does that play out?
It's this woman needs some help.
I think so, yes.
Yeah, no, it's very, very bizarre to me. I do not know why. I'm flabbergasted. I'm spooked, honestly. I'm very spooked. This story is too spooky for me. I have so many questions, and I'm so spooked.
I just love the part where she's talking about the proposal and how he didn't go down on one knee, not because he doesn't adhere to tradition, because he doesn't have knees.
Ooh. And I could actually hear his voice. It was beautiful, deep, sexy, and real. Oh boy.
Sure.
Deep, sexy, and real.
All the above.
So this woman has voices in her head, for real.
Oh no, here it is. The couple... Wow, well done.
Sorry.
The couple are now choosing a ring. So he didn't come prepared.
He didn't come prepared at all.
No.
So wait, he didn't propose with a ring.
Yes.
Come on, man.
And
I know you're a ghost and all, but you gotta get shit straight. You do not propose without a ring. You get the ring and then you propose.
It's kind of how it works.
I feel like you should know this because you're a fucking ghost. You've already had one life, all right? You're dead, but you've already lived an entire life.
Well, I mean, who knows? Could have died at, hopefully past 18, but...
Maybe, but still, he's been on this planet for a long time.
One would think.
You should know how this shit works. Just doesn't make any sense to me, honestly.
Wait. She's hoping her ring will have an amethyst, but she's leaving it to her spirit lover to decide.
Oh, yes, right. My spirit lover, do you think that I should get the thing that I want when I'm buying the thing that I want? Like, how does a ghost pay for a ring?
Well, that's what I say. He's going to contribute by deciding what ring, but financially, I can't see how he plays a role.
Financially, she's just buying this for herself. And she's like, I hope it has an amethyst in it. It's like, well, if you go to the store and fucking pick out one with an amethyst in it, then you're going to have an amethyst in it.
Yeah, chances are high.
I'm going to guess 110% that she gets an amethyst in her ring.
Oh, and of course they're doing a pagan ceremony. It's not like they're going to let this happen in a church.
That's kind of unholy, isn't it? Like, ghosts. I mean, dude, I don't know. I'm ignorant on that.
I
Do
don't
we believe
know
in
if
ghosts?
I want to be
I don't know.
on.
Is it allowed? Can you get married to a ghost in a church? Is that not?
I don't know if the Bible covers that.
I don't either.
Well, if you are an avid reader of the Bible and you have evidence that ghost marriage within a church is not okay, don't tell us. We don't care.
Don't. I think we already know the answer deep down inside. We're asking questions we probably already know the answer to.
Those are the best kind of questions.
They're,
I
they're
love
like
this.
they're hypothetical questions, but we already know the answer. So it's like,
Yeah, and I have to throw the quote at the end about how ghost sex works.
ooh.
Apparently.
All right, this answers a lot of my questions, I think.
Oh, I think so. So, first of all, it's a connection that goes beyond physical. No shit. The best part, it's like any other kind of sex. The main difference is I just can't see them. That sounds like a crime.
That,
That's like questionable here. Is there going to be like a ghost Tinder where it's just
Oh
all
my
these
God, yes.
pictures of nothing and you swipe one way or the other?
I feel like there's a market for that now.
There's
there
gotta
should be a ghost Tinder for humans looking to connect with ghosts. Ghost Tinder.
If anyone would like to support our
wait.
Ghost Tinder startup,
Wait, how do the ghosts use Tinder? They have ghost smartphones?
well, I mean, they have ghost money and rings, and I don't know.
So why not ghost smartphones?
Well,
ghost-
she'll
ghost-
pick up the smartphone he wants.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Of course, yeah, naturally.
Oh, yeah. That's how that works.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Makes sense to me. Seems totally legit.
How do you? You're
no
gonna
more
match?
questions now.
It's gonna be just a blank screen, and it'll just say "deep, sexy, and real."
Oh, those are words to live by.
I know, right?
Deep, sexy, and real. Definitely nothing suspicious here when you have to also qualify it as real.
Oh, yeah, I mean, don't read into it. It's fine. It's fine.
Is it food related?
It is food related.
Oh my god. I don't have a segue for this.
Then we'll just throw it back to Halloween.
Right. So, Halloween, too spooky for you. Ohio 5-year-old tests positive for meth after eating Halloween candy. This came out earlier, October 29th. So,
A couple days ago.
doing some early trick-or-treating.
That is some early trick-or-treating.
So a 5-year-old Ohio boy tested positive for methamphetamines after eating candy he collected while trick-or-treating Sunday, according to police. And he was hospitalized for a suspected seizure. And basically, these symptoms are very eerie. I didn't know this is something associated with methamphetamines. But the left side of his face was droopy, and then he fell and couldn't move his left arm. So that sounds like almost like a stroke.
Luckily, he had his life alert on, and it was just all over that.
I don't know. I don't have a follow-up there. And he didn't know where he was. He didn't know what he was doing.
Well, he's 5. I doubt he knows what he's doing or where he is normally.
Right. It got so bad where the local police department told residents in a Facebook post to check children's candy before allowing them to eat it, obviously.
Don't be concerned with a society that lets you know your kids might get drugged in their candy from the local police via Facebook.
I know, that one's weird, too. Like, it's funny, because we were just talking about with the baked lobsters. I brought up the fact that, like, the people were like, oh, edibles could be in your fucking thing. And then they just people just took it from 0 to 100 real quick on that and decided, well, fuck weed, let's go with meth.
Yeah. Skip straight by that.
Essentially, from here, the 5-year-old is expected to make a full recovery, and everything looks like it should be going just fine.
Yeah.
But the kid could have definitely died.
Oh, yeah.
And
it could have been bad.
it kind of reminds me of the crack cocaine story from the...
Yes.
But here's a little twist.
But wait, there's more.
There is much, much more. This is a little twist. 2 days later. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Ohio dad charged after police find Halloween candy not to blame for meth in boy's system.
Dun,
Oh
dun,
my
dun.
god. It's almost like people weren't fucking, putting meth in candy.
Amazing.
Amazing. Well, this Ohio man is facing charges after his 5-year-old son tested positive for methamphetamine. He is 24 and he is charged with tampering evidence and possession of drugs. He was taken to Crawford County Jail in Ohio, and the prosecutor will review the case. Basically, like we were just saying, the police department was investigating the possibility of the boy's candy being laced with meth.
And his plastic vampire teeth.
Yeah, and they also shifted blame to the fake vampire teeth. And after testing, easy for me to say, no controlled substance was detected. So, basically from there, with no other leads, basically with the help of a canine, they searched the family's apartment, and basically they found drug paraphernalia, marijuana, and methamphetamine.
Big surprise.
And also, the father had meth in his system.
Just a coincidence.
So, yeah, this kid fucking got this secondhand bullshit because his dad's taking meth.
Yeah, I'm not sure where in
Had
that
nothing to do with Halloween candy.
the kids managed to consume meth. I mean,
Maybe it's like if they're smoking it or something. Or if it's kind of like the crack cocaine thing where if they're eating it.
yeah, that could be. He could just left it around. I mean, it's a meth head. What do you expect?
I mean, they are taking meth.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
Yeah, basically. They're doing stuff, and they're doing meth, and that's not good. But I found that was a juicy little tidbit. We have a follow-up story in the same episode. I love it.
That's amazing.
That's justice right there.
It's a unicorn. It's not going to happen again.
Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. It's
So
a weekly
remember-
show, so like statistically,
Yeah,
it's gotta
true,
happen again,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, I guess it could. I'm trying to make I'm building the hype that this is exceptional.
Oh yeah.
So
You're
remember-
fired.
So remember, if you're afraid that your kid is going to consume drugs by going trick-or-treating, it's the sketchy parents, not the candy.
Maybe,
Maybe.
but you should always go to the police
Yes.
after suspecting your kid has taken meth.
Yes. So
That's
that
a
kid
good
can
idea.
be reprimanded for taking meth.
Yeah, that 5-year-old really needed some fucking.
He's got a problem.
Yeah, he fucking needed a paddling.
That's a paddling.
Well, if he was in Georgia, then Ohio isn't one of those states that does the corporal punishment.
Is it?
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
Nope.
Huh.
Although Colorado is. Interesting. For all the weed that they're smoking, how
It's-
liberal they are.
That's going to be the most mamby-pamby capital punishment, though.
Mm. Perhaps not.
Perhaps not.
This show is off the rails today. I am
You're implying we're ever on the rails.
so off the rails. Anyways, so basically that's all the stories we have for today. I'm very excited that we have a follow-up in the same episode, which is really cool. It's really, really neat.
And I'm
Concept.
happy that we're back to a food story.
It was food related. I didn't play the drop. Maybe I'll put it in post. Eric, if you're listening to this now, put it in post. Add the thing in post. But then they're not going to know until this point that I added it in post. But they'll hear it not in post.
This is getting very tricky.
Like kind of like soundception over here.
Yeah. So it's getting
So
complicated.
they won't get it until they get it. a couple minutes later when I explain exactly how I'm about to do this.
And then explain about how he's explaining about how he's going to do it.
Then there's something wrong with you. You're certainly not very good.
And that's very true.
And we're very thorough here.
We're not good at all. Terrible.
You're listening to the wrong podcast if that's what you're looking for.
But yeah, anyways, this was episode 10 of the Misguided Meeples podcast.
Double digits.
Whoop whoop. Probably not for very long. Losing everyone. Anyways, if you'd like to join the conversation, email us at misguidedmeeplespodcast@gmail.com. We'll see how much of that last conversation gets into the actual show. Or tweet us at misguidedmeeple. Thank you for joining our conversation this week. Talk to y'all next week. Happy Halloween, even though it's kind of late.
Chickens are terrible.
The music in our intro is Retro Future Clean, and the outro music you hear now is called Breakdown.
Both tracks were done by Kevin McLeod at incomtech.com. If you would like to get in contact with the show, our email address is misguidedmeeplespodcast@gmail.com.
On Twitter, we are at misguidedmeeple. Follow us for show news and links to all the crazy news stories we covered in this week's episode.
And maybe even some bonus ones we didn't cover.
Gotta follow us to find out.